When it comes to when and how to take care of our aging loved ones, those decisions are critical. But thankfully, there are people in your community who can help out with that, and we happen to be with one of them today. We are at Synergy Home Care in Springfield with Taylor Stevens. Hi, Taylor.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. Tell me in a nutshell what Synergy does and how you help the community.
Sure. So Synergy Home Care, we help people stay independent no matter where they call home. So whether that be their home, a child's home, an assisted living, wherever they're at, we can go in and help them.
When you say help, there are lots of different ways to help, especially the aging population. What are some of the things on the list that you guys find yourselves doing on a daily basis?
So we can start out with your basic companionship, which within the last year we really saw a lot of that with the world shutting down and whatnot. But we can move into your personal care, so whether that's assistance with showering, toileting, getting dressed, moving into maybe some light housekeeping, errand running, medication reminders, all those good things.
Quite honestly, sounds like most of that would be helpful to the population in general, not,
right.
not just those who are aging. In terms of health or medical, that's a separate thing other than what you guys do. Is that correct?
Yes, there's a very fine line in between that. So for example, when it comes to medication reminders, we can remind them, we can assist them, but we can't administer medication. So there's just a very fine line between medical and non-medical.
How is the scheduling, how does that piece work? I would imagine people need a variety of things. Some may just be once a week, some are perhaps every day. How do you determine what's necessary and what kind of schedule do you guys work on?
Sure. So one of the beautiful things about Synergy is we build customized schedules and customized plan of care. So what works best for one person does not work best for another person. So part of my job, I would go into the home and I would talk with them and we would build a customized schedule based on what works best for them. So we do have a 3-hour minimum, but we can go all the way up to 24/7 care, and that's including overnights and weekends.
Wow. All right. I had no idea it was quite that extensive. What would you say to a family who is starting to think, mom or dad might need some of this care? Are there some signs or things you're looking for? Is it just a general feeling of being overwhelmed? What do we need to make sure we know before making that phone call?
My advice would be, if you feel like a loved one is not their self, now's the time. Do your research. Get on Google. Start looking at the Google reviews. Make a phone call. Just have a basic conversation with whoever's in the office, and then go from there. But if you feel like your loved one is not themselves, there's something just a little bit off, I think that it's time to start looking into it. It is trial and error. You know, nobody really prepares for these things to happen, but that's what we're here for, and we're here to help walk you through.
It's a scary time for many people and for many reasons. I think in addition to what do we do and when do we do it, it's how much is it going to cost? Does insurance play a role in any of these services, and how does that whole piece work?
So unfortunately, there's very limited insurance that do cover home care. So we are private pay, but we do accept long-term care policies. And sometimes that's a term that a lot of people aren't familiar with. But again, that's what we're here for. So you just give us a call, and we'll help walk you through that process to help figure out the financial guidance.
And talk me through specifically what the process looks like, sort of from beginning to when services start. Someone's interested, they pick up the phone, call you, and then what happens?
So they call the office, somebody will answer, get a little bit of information about them, and then we'll set up a home assessment, which is completely free, no obligation. It's basically the same conversation you'd have on the phone, just a little bit more in depth. It's in person. We would come in, do a safety check of the home. We would meet them, see what level of care needed, because again, a lot of times you don't know exactly what kind of care is needed. You just know something's not right and you need help. So being in the home, being able to meet that person helps build that customized plan of care, the customized schedule. And then we have our paperwork there, and we would get it all set up. Everything you sign is an agreement. It's not a contract. So again, it is trial and error. We are flexible. We can work with it. And then I'd bring it back to the office and we get them all set up.
Wow. Well, I'm sure the peace of mind that it gives families and the things it takes off their plate that they don't have to worry about is invaluable. So thanks, Taylor. We appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
If you have more questions about Synergy Home Care, or perhaps you have a loved one who's starting to need these types of care, we will connect you with their website on our website. Just go to CILiving.tv.